Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Brian. I'm here with Israel and Vince, who's always making last-minute changes.
I forgot to turn that part on.
Oh, yeah. I just asked you if you did. But
This part was on, but not that.
Okay. Yeah, today we're just going to kind of go over the Metal Swap Meet. We've been kind of busy with other things to make another video since the Metal Swap Meet. We had the holidays, and Israel is doing the Dragon Rojo Fest. And we got Christmas and stuff coming up, and holidays, New Year's. So we thought we'd squeeze a video or two in right now. Did anybody want to start on it first? Your reaction?
Yeah, I mean, so far, from what I've gathered, I saw people having a lot of fun. It was kind of like the first year back fully after, post-pandemic, I guess. And it was a lot of stuff that we did slightly different, a lot of changes, a lot of improvements that I saw that we did with the bands playing, and I thought overall it went really well. We had a decent sized crowd, which was always awesome considering we were, the rain was threatening a little bit, I guess, and the weather might not have cooperated, but it turned out to be a great day. Towards the end of the night, when Evildead's closing out, it started to rain a little bit, which kind of added a little bit of a different feel for the swap if you've been before. But overall, it was a great day. All the bands that were came in from out of town, had a great time, and it was a little bit of a different experience, at least in our end, because the actual setup and teardown and everything, I thought this year went a little smoother than last year. So that really helped, and hosting that many bands this time around kind of gave it a different vibe, which was pretty cool as well. So lots of vendors, which is always cool. Derek Riggs made it out again, which is really cool as well. I think one of my favorite parts was actually getting to watch Evildead play, because it's one of those bands that we really wanted to check out, and they were great. They were fantastic. So I was really happy about that. All the bands did really well. The sound turned out really well as well. Mm-hmm. Thanks to Ed Talorda for being behind the board again and helping out with everything, and Vince helping out with hosting the bands and everything, which is something new. We actually had like a backstage area this time. So that was really cool. It kind of felt like a little bit of a festival atmosphere, I think, and all the bands and everybody was kind of just hanging around, visiting the different vendor booths, buying stuff. I saw the guys from Slough Feg and Evildead kind of roaming around, buying the items as well. Stygian Crown and those guys as well. It seemed like everybody was just having a great time. It was a very relaxed kind of day. When it came to the actual swap, the morning's always wild. We're always running around for one thing or another. But I thought this year it went very smooth. I like it. It's great.
What about you, Vince? You got any?
Yeah, I think all the vendors and the volunteers did an awesome job setting up and breaking down, and I think it's cool. All the bands had their booths, and it seemed that they're really happy about that, and the fans were stoked visiting their booths and getting stuff signed and stuff. So that was really cool.
Yeah.
Gene Hoglan, of course, was awesome, and it was a lot of fun. It's cool seeing all kinds of different people and friends, and it seemed like everyone was in a good mood, even despite a little bit of the rain. So that was cool.
Yeah,
I enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was really cool. The volunteers really helped us out again this year. They were huge. Our staff is awesome. Wish we could name them all, but it's like a lot of people. And our vendors are awesome. They put up with a little bit of rain. They cleaned up after themselves.
Yeah, they did.
They didn't complain. If we had to switch things up on them last minute, which always kind of happens a little bit.
Yeah.
They were cool with it, and so we appreciate you. Speaking of vendors, I've gotten a few people messaging about which vendor was selling this, which is that. So if you're watching this and you're a vendor, leave in the comments your website or your Instagram or whatever you can.
Mm-hmm.
Social media links or whatever.
Yeah, any kind of links. And maybe list a few things of what you were selling. Because, we don't get a chance to do a lot of shopping, so I don't have a memory of who was selling what.
Yeah.
So, go ahead and spam our comments with that.
Yeah, put down your Facebook link, Instagram, maybe a little description of whatever you were selling at the swap, because we do get a lot of questions post swap meet asking, hey, the person who was selling this, what's their information, and a lot of times we don't have it because we just sometimes people just reserve it under their name or under an email, so we don't really know the name of the business. So feel free to jot that down. Yeah, I didn't really get to shop too much. As always, we're fairly busy throughout the day, kind of making sure that everything's running smoothly. But it was a lot of good selection from what I saw. A lot of cool T-shirts. I think I got one T-shirt. I got a old Pantera Glamterra T-shirt that I picked up, a white one. So that was really neat, and a few patches as well.
Yeah, it was cool also seeing Tanner in the Poppets Corner. It seemed like he did a lot of cool interviews there, and saw a lot of also some cool recap videos and photos afterwards. Maybe you can post some links to that too.
Yeah, we do have some drone footage too that I haven't even got to go through. Our buddy Augustine took. It's just been so busy, so I haven't really got a chance to even sort through a lot of that. So we'll go through that and post some of it in some kind of recap video or something. But also, I get a lot of people asking me, like, when the hype dies down, like, oh, how do I become a vendor? The best way is just follow our social medias, and we'll make announcements there. We don't have a sign-up thing yet. It's way too early for that. And hopefully we'll have, like, a band announcement pretty soon. I know I've been teasing that for a while. It's just I gotta, just tie up a couple loose ends, and we should have a band announcement pretty soon.
Band announcement and date, right? Do we have
yeah.
Date and first band announcement. We'll let you guys know soon as we can, of course. Really thankful and grateful for Protector Brewing for being one of our main sponsors there, and they really knocked it out of the ballpark. They were packed pretty much the whole day, and they held it down for everybody who was looking to drink some beer. Also, our friends from Setting Sun Sake for holding it down and for all their help with everything every year as well. I know I stopped by for a few cocktails. I didn't buy shit, but I bought cocktails and beer, and I think I would manage to hit up Charlie and Echo, who was there, doing the wine, and I got to stop by there as well and have some wine.
Yeah, go in that area, check out them, Preston's Ginger Beer, who makes awesome craft ginger beer. Check out John Coffee. I mean, they're doing pretty good. If you go there in the morning, like a coffee, go and check it out. They were cool with us.
The sushi place?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, is it called City Sushi?
I think so. City Deli?
Something Deli, something like that. Yeah, I always get confused with the other place.
Yeah, those guys are always great.
Yeah. But yeah, if you stop at any of those places, just tell them, hey, I was here for the Metal Swap Meet, and put in a good word for us, because we want to stay there.
Yeah, we do. Thanks to everybody who went, and behaved themselves and didn't leave a mess behind and hung out and had a great time and had, went into the different establishments and bought drinks and food and everything. That always helps us a lot, indirectly, because, as long as the storefront's there, make some money and they have a good time and they see that everybody's having a good time and being respectful, they'll want us back. So, I know sometimes metalheads get a bad rap, but luckily enough, we have a great crowd, that follows us, and they're always very respectful. They always behave themselves. So this is why they keep having us back, Hey, keep doing what you're doing, and enjoying yourselves at the swap. And that's one of the other things that I wanted to mention as well, is that everybody was being totally respectful, obeying the parking rules and traffic laws. And thank you guys for being understanding, because parking is a bit of an issue there sometimes. But I think we managed to handle it by midday. I think we managed to get everybody, situated where we needed to. So thank you guys for cooperating with us in that manner. I know it's not the easiest place to park, but once you get a parking spot, you're good to go. You can hang out and party. And thank you for buying from our vendors, because that's the major part of what we do. Is if the vendors are making up for that money that they spend coming down for the swap meet, they're gonna keep coming back, and they're keep bringing good stuff for you to buy. And this is the only way that this thing survives.
Yeah, especially you guys that bought the VIP and the early bird tickets.
Yeah.
You guys get first dibs on all the good stuff too.
Yeah, definitely for all of our VIP and our diehard people who get our VIP packages. You have no idea how much that helps us to help finance this thing, and it's a big help. So if you can do it next, for this coming year, jump on it. We'll have some different goodies hopefully for next swap meet for you. Mix it up a little bit, and this is what we want to do. This is what we want to mix it up a little bit. This time around we brought Gene Hoglan to do his drum clinic. I really enjoyed that as well. He really put a different spin to the swap meet this year, and I think we can kind of move in that direction if we can keep bringing some of our metal heroes to talk to us about their craft. I think it's really interesting for people to know about that. And
Hoglan this year, next year, Springsteen.
Born in the USA, bro.
Yeah, but speaking of merch, we do have some leftover shirts left over, and we could do a second run of shirts, including the VIP by Felipe Machado, the artwork.
Yeah.
So if you guys are interested in that, let us know, in our socials or YouTube or whatever, because we can put those up for sale.
Yeah, we should be posting some of that stuff. Still need to count what we have and post some of them, and that goes directly towards the metal swap meet for this coming year. So everything helps, and if we can get you one of our cool shirts and you can help keep this going, it's better for everybody.
I also want to say thanks to everyone that came up to us that even commented that you guys have been watching these videos and keeping up on this nonsense. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah. Drop us some comments on YouTube, because I think nobody watches these, but then I'm at shows, people are like, "Oh yeah, watch your videos." I'm like, "Oh really?" So drop us some comments so we we think somebody's watching. Yeah.
Also, we just went to that other big show. What was it? Cannibal and Dark Funeral Immolation.
Yep.
That was a good show. Black Anvil, right?
Yeah, there's been a lot of good shows coming to San Diego lately. It seems like everybody's been wanting to tour towards the end of the year. So we've been a little busy with that too. So
probably by this time we would have seen you at the Amon Amarth and Obituary and Carcass and Cattle.
And if you bought us a beer, we thank you.
Yeah. So and then we just went to the Shred for Dying.
Yeah, did that.
Was cool. Israel Saturday. I did a couple songs.
Yeah, I did a few songs. It was really enjoyable. A packed house is brick by brick. That's always good to see. We just did a bunch of Pantera songs and a couple Pantera related songs, I guess, that people were doing. Support your local venues. This is the only way they survive. It was a $10 cover. People were there hanging out, and it was packed. Definitely support venues like Brick by Brick, like Soma, like the Observatory.
Even what's new? The Ken Club is open. What's that one?
Is it again? I don't know.
That one?
Yeah, Ken Club has been open. Yeah.
No. Yeah, but pretty much anything that has anything to do with metal, even if you just stop by to catch one of the bands, have a few beers, support it, because that's the only way these places will stick around if they have customers coming in. If you one of those folks that always ask, hey, why doesn't Y band come or Z band come to our city? Well, it's because a lot of promoters and venues don't want to risk bringing these bands to the city because they don't know if there's a crowd. But if they see there's a crowd for local shows, then they'll try to bring in something bigger. And that's the way the cycle works. That's the way the industry works. Unfortunately, that's the way it is. No one's gonna pay $10,000 to bring you Morbid Angel if you're not supporting your local scene, of course. So hey, if you get a chance, support your local.
And right now, not a lot of bands are skipping San Diego, so get out and go.
Make it worth your while.
You don't have to travel to LA for most of these shows.
Yeah, most of them are stopping by. So hey,
you got Morbid Angel coming here.
Yeah, you
got them on a
March, right?
Yeah, you got these. They're coming to San Diego.
So hey, make those shows sell out and support your scene. We are at a very good spot right now in San Diego when it comes to metal. And if you get a chance to support it, do it. Support it with your money, because that's the only way they'll know to bring more bands and bigger festivals. Bigger rosters.
Bigger stuff.
Yeah, just had NWN Festival. Didn't they have that one down in TJ?
Tijuana?
NWA?
Straight out of TJ.
The Nuclear War Now.
The Nuclear War Now Festival was in Tijuana recently, and it was packed. It was great to see. There's a lot of people from out of town that came down. which is amazing. A lot of people that are not even from California, a lot of people from Canada, from different other parts of the state. And, if they can make it down here for shows, you can make it out and drive 10 minutes to go to a show at Brick. That's the way.
Or Uber,
Or Uber, exactly.
Like what I do usually.
Mm-hmm.
Even if you're out of town, post on our website or on our forums, whatever, and maybe you can find out some information about where to go around here too.
All right. Well, that's kind of I don't have a lot for this one. We're going to record another video right after this, which is going to be our top metal releases of the year. So stay tuned to our YouTube. This should come out in about a week from when this was released. So
thank you all for coming out for Metal Swamp Meet 2022. We got lots of surprises for you for 2023, and we'll see you then.
All right, thank you.
We want to make